So here we are, we've just arrived at the mark. It's carnage. We've got a good 6. Hey, here's Mike, look!
Hello!
This is the fishing wagon.
I'm in the back of the wagon.
Or otherwise, the certified. Right, this is where we're fishing tonight. I'm going to be fishing 3 rods myself. I'm going to have a float rod out for the wrasse where I'm going to fish a bit of worm. I'm going to have a rod in the side for the conger eels, which will have a big bait on. And then I'm going to be fishing something like a pedal rig or a running rig out in the middle. But this is where we are, famous Holyhead Breakwater. It's about 4.5 hours before high tide now, but it's still fishable. And we're going to fish it for an hour or two after. So we got like 6 or 7 hours fishing, if not a bit more. We're going to be walking around probably somewhere by that first bend. We've only fished it a couple of times in the past, but it normally does a few fish. Species on the list today could be wrasse, conger eel, bass, flatties, bull huss. We're hoping for a good bull huss from here. But whatever really, but yeah, we're at the mark, so I'll see you all when we get over there somewhere. So the first rod I'm going to put in is just a little scratching rig. It's just a little lead on some baited mackerel feathers. We're just going to see what comes along, hopefully a little live bait, ideally a little wrasse. We're going to put this one out, put the bell on the end of the rod. We'll be setting the big fish rods up. So yeah, let's just have a little scratch in the side and see what happens. So the second rod is on a pulley pennel with a full sardine. I'm just going to whip this on now. Nothing special about this. Just a pulley pennel, 2-hook pulley. I've had a lot of success on sardines lately, to be fair. Some big bull huss and quite a few other species and that. So this is going out now. Get these from a place in Llandudno. You get a bag. You get a 3 kilogram bag for about £4. There's about 20 sardines in it. So you know what I mean? Compared to the price of mackerel and peeler crabs and all that, it's an absolute bargain, and the oils from it absolutely stink. They are a soft fish, so you do tend to need to wrap them a bit more than normal just to keep them together. The crabs love them, so if there's crabs here, then it's a no-go. But yeah, this is going to be my second rod out. It's just a simple little pulley. Wrap that round a couple of times, drop it back for there, just like so. And that's going to be my second bait. Now that hopefully could do a bully or a conger or something. This one's going to be sent out on the second rod. Okay then, so on the conger rod, I've just got a simple running rig with 1 hook on. This just comes down to a swivel, a simple running rig on. That's going to be on my third rod, which is the left rod as you're looking at the screen, and that's going to be down the left margin. That's for the conger, fingers crossed. So the first bite of the day fell to the conger rod. No fish. That was a cracking bite on the conger rod, and I'm just looking at the fish now. There is no signs of crabs. The fish has not got one little nip took out of it. I think that was genuinely a hit from a good fish. Right, let's get it back out there. Keep your eye on the right rod. Wow! No, that's just took me into the snag. I nearly lost the rod. That was the scratching rig. The scratching rig. Wow! I don't think I'm going to get this out. He's still pulling. It's still pulling now. It's in a snag. There was bits of squid on there and bits of lug. Ah, it's still pulling. Whatever it is, it's took me in a snag. I think there's only one thing that goes in a snag. But I'm going to walk down here and try and get it out. No, it was a big wrasse. A big wrasse. Ah, did you see that bite? I got it out. I don't know what type of wrasse it was. You know, the green ones? It was about that big. I forgot the exact type. The green coloured one's about that big. That was a big wrasse. That was a big wrasse. Ah, on the way here, you can ask Mike. I said I wanted a big wrasse. I think we've got a fish on here. I've got to be quick.
Yeah, fish on. I don't know what it is coming through the water. Doggy, is it?
That's a doggy, mate.
Doggy. Fish on. We're on the doggies.
A doggy is a doggy.
Fish on. It's real uptight to it. Normally I don't like doing this, but Oh, it's
Hey,
gone.
he's off. There he goes.
Oh.
Ah.
John,
What you got to say about that, mate?
we need to sort that drop net out right now.
Wow, now that has surprised me. That has really surprised me. That full sardine has been out in the middle for about half an hour. And look at that, Mike. Not a single crab bite. That's been out there for half an hour now. Normally here, the crabs are an absolute pain in the gory. They get all over your bait and eat it and chop it and whatever. But yeah, literally, it's not even been touched, that sardine, which is good. Conger on, seriously, conger on, yeah. Conger eel on. Right, go down the steps with the net. You need the net down the steps, mate. It's not big. Net down the steps.
That's it. Come off.
No, he's a nice one. There he is. Little conger eel on. So there you go. But it's just took that mackerel.
You are pretty deep there, so we'll get you some forceps.
You hold this camera and I'll try and go balls deep and I'll lock him. Right, that's a big ballon wrasse lost and a conger. He's still a few hours from I. Right, he has absolutely annihilated it, but you know what it's like, people. So after losing that ballon wrasse, the conger rod, well, I didn't even sit a bite, I'm not going to lie, but we got this little strap conger now. So yeah, I'm happy with that. It's a fish, we're away, still a few hours till high tide. The session is rocking, let's go. I'm just going to go back now. That's just majorly slack lined. We're going to hit that one. I think so. Fish on, full sardine. It's come off. I've had a conger on one rod, dropped a wrasse on the other, and the other one's just bent over. All three rods are fishing, mate. It's going to be 3 rods out of the water. I literally cannot keep the rods in the water. I've just had the conger on one rod. I've just had a whacking bite on the middle rod. And as I'm changing the baits on them 2 rods to put them back in, the rod that I lost the big wrasse on has just gone bang bang again. I'm starting to think I might have to actually scale down and fish 2 rods. 3 rods is seeming a little bit, well, at the moment it's just too much to handle. I reckon I'm kind of missing fish because I'm fishing too many. So I might drop it down to 2 for a bit, but which rod do I put away after I've had bites on all 3 rods within the last 5 minutes? Which rod do I put away? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. As I say, on the way here, the dream was catch a wrasse, catch a conger, catch a bullos. I've lost the wrasse, and I've had a little conger, a little strap, and the bullos could have been that sardine bait that's just gone. The trip could have been made well before high tide. I think we're going to have a red letter session. There's plenty of time left. This could really be a blinder. So let's do it.
Well, I'd like to get it on the bank, to be fair. Yeah, something's having a good kick there. Yeah, he's just in silver coming through. Doggy spinning in.
Doggy, 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 doggy.
Look at that, look, he's absolutely buried me there.
Look at the tail coming out of the
Just
mouth.
a little tail, half a mackerel. Should be fun unhooking that one.
Have fun, mate. Good bite on the middle rod, here we go. Full sardine, look at that. But yeah, he's just caught on the back hook, the little hook. He's off already. Cracking little blinder. That felt really heavy, that did.
It looked really heavy. Lovely spots on him.
See you later, sir. Fish. Whoa, 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 we're away again on that one. Go on, go on, go on. Scratching rod's kicking into action now. That's 2 bites in 2 minutes, literally. Go on then. It's the gudgeon. Oh, it's a little heron again. See now what? Oh, yep, giddy up, giddy up. The fisherman side of me would say be keeping all these for bait because they are perfect baits, but I really haven't got much need for them, so I will be putting them back. But because these little heron are coming in now, yeah, what that means is the predatory fish like the bass, maybe the congers, even the bullocks, whatever, they'll be coming out to eat these. So these fish coming in now and picking up the little scratching rig is a good sign that bigger fish, predatory fish, are coming in. So I'm going to send this little dude back, and hopefully there'll be some big predatory fish coming in. What we got here, Mike? We got a big spider crab.
Big old unit there. There's his delicacy, that is. Believe it or not, it's a rather tasty crab, that is. A lot of people would eat that. Personally, myself, no.
What, my other rod's off. I'm going to have to be super quick. I believe this is a poller. My big rod's off. It's a lovely golden colour. My other rod was just off. The scratching rod's done, the little heron, it's done this one now. Just looking over there, the bites are coming thick and fast now as it's starting to get dark. Like we've struggled for a couple of hours, and then all of a sudden it's been like doggy, heron, pollock. Right, I've got to go bite on. Let's get this fish back. If you like this type of content and want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's all free and you can be the first to see any future fishing videos that we bring out. Dogfish hooked in the tail. Hooked in the tail. Right, that's 2 rods out the water and the conger rod's going now. Right, I've got to be quick. You've seen the pollock, you've seen the doggy. Now this could be free. This could be a treble take here. So it's hooked in the fin, this one anyway. So it's not really my fish, but it's only a doggy. So that one's going to go back. You've seen 2 fish in the same clip. Let's see if we can make it free. Now it's carnage over here, mate. 3 rods just gone off in the same clip. One from a little scratchy one to the doggy to this has just gone doink doink. So the rig that's done the little pollock and the heron is this. It's just mackerel feathers basically baited up with squid and lugworm, black lug, just onto a little 6 ounce lead. I say little, but it's little for this type of the area. But yeah, that's what we're fishing with. And it was quiet for a couple of hours, and the last half hour it just don't seem to stop going over. So there's a lot of little fish in the area, which would lead me to believe there's a lot of big fish in the area that will feed on the little fish. So less talking, more fishing, let's have it. First bite on squid. Straight away, yeah. This place must be full of these little doggies, but we're going to keep fishing through them. And they are little doggies. I bet that ain't even a pound. This is a tiny doggy, but a lad's just said he's had a smooth out from at the top. I don't know how true that source is. Take it as you hear it. But yeah, these are tiny doggies. Look, cute though, yeah. So basically, what we're going to do is just going to keep fishing through now. We've got a few hours fishing left. We've lost some fish, we've had some fish, we're getting plenty of bites. We're just going to keep fishing and fishing hard. Well, that's my plan now. We're just going to keep all 3 rods going back in as quick as possible. I'm going to leave the camera rolling and I'm going to fish harder than I've ever fished before for the next couple hours. And I dare say you're going to see a load more bites yet, because I'm going to fish hard. So let's have it. Oh, we've got a good bite here. You missed it? That was a good bite then. It nearly took his rod then. That was an... Oh shit. Right, okay, we're going to get the camera up. We're not going to panic. That's the wrasse rod as well. Here we go. Come on, give me another tug. That's your fault. That could have been that big wrasse. Oh, it's off. We're having it now. He's definitely not that big wrasse, but it's a fish again. As I say, I should really be keeping a lot of these for bait, but you know, I caught a load of mackerel the other day with my pal Mike, so I've got no reason to keep them, but that's stopping fish, look. I'm gonna watch that other rod don't go off now. I ain't even got the middle rod in. This one's in. That for a fish. You just think they're beautiful. I'm happy to catch fish of all sizes, small, medium and large. We all prefer the large, but sometimes you just got to admire what comes out in front of you, yeah? See you later, buddy. Still absolutely struggling like hell, so put pretty much a full mackie on now on a big pulley, big long pulley, about 3 foot long. Big hook in the front. Try and target one of the bullocks with a big conger now. Sick of catching the doggies. I'll probably still catch a doggy on this, but we've caught probably 30 or 40 now, and it's getting hard work, so all I can think of is bigger baits and try and keep the doggies away until something bigger finds it. So yeah, this is what we're on with now. Fingers crossed, yeah? By now, between us, we'd caught around 30 to 40 dogfish. They was just relentless. We must have got through about 20 mackerel baits. We must have cast it in and out numerous times. We was having rigs destroyed. They was absolutely relentless. Now I'm happy catching all types of fish. I'm a little fish angler to a big fish angler. I'll sit and catch anything as long as there's a bend in the rod. But even now I was getting to the point where, you know, enough was nearly enough. We just wanted something different. We just wanted to fish through them, give 100% and just hope that something different or bigger would come along. And still, the doggies keep coming. Trying my hardest to get away from them. They're taking massive baits now. Even the doggies are taking huge baits. We'll keep trying. Just want to try and get away from the doggies. But the baits they're taking are absolutely huge. There's another doggy. It's going back. Come on, Bullos. Still a doggy again though, isn't it? Right, I cannot get away from these. Cannot get away from the doggies. No matter how big the bait I put on, one cannot get away from the doggies. Right, up popped out nicely. Another doggy! Yay! Doggy number 645! Woohoo! Bless them. It's good sport though, eh? A bite's a bite, innit? A bite is a bite. As Mike would say, that's a bite. That bit of mackerel can go back out again. Pull it round, wrap it on. Oh, bite on the other rod, slack liner, slack liner. Fish on this one now. No, it feels the same. Oh, it's just come off. Just come off. It was only another doggy anyway, so nothing to shake your nipples at, but another bite again. Right, get 2 new bites on these, get them back out, yeah? Right, straight after that spider crab, we got a doggy now. We're getting through everything. It's a foul up doggy, he's not hooked in the mouth. Where is he? No, he's hooked underneath. So I've never fished so hard. The rods are in and out, in and out. I'm trying my hardest to get a bullos. If effort equals reward, I should have one within the next half hour, put it that way, because I am trying so hard. So let's get this one back. Knackered, but I'm going to carry on. Well, sometimes you got to say enough's enough. We was just getting bites as soon as the bait was in the water. We was putting full mackerel on. We was even wrapping squid round them to try and make them too fat for the dogfish to fit in the mouths. Nothing was stopping them. They was relentless. They was absolutely relentless. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning now, and we walked up to the end of the breakwater, so we had a good 20 to 30 minute walk back to the car, which is about a mile, if not a bit longer, with all the gear. Then we had to drive back to our hometown, which is in Conway, which was about an hour and 10 minutes away. So yeah, it was getting light as we got home. We fished relentlessly. We both had work the next day. We put 110% effort in. But sometimes it's just not meant to be, is it? It was after the bullos. I'm gutted I lost that wrasse, but we will be back, and you will be seeing a breakwater bullos and a breakwater big ballan wrasse sometime over the next few months, because I will not give in. If you like this kind of stuff, don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. Anywhere you'd want us to fish, or anywhere you want me to go, or any species, feel free to drop it in the comments. Tight lines everybody, and stay safe.